Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today in this video we are going to learn about the most important MCQS from the poem Ode to Nightingale written by John Keats. So without wasting our time, let us get into the questions. The poem is composed in spring of 1819. Second question, Ode to Nightingale is a specimen of Horatian ode or Roman ode. Third question, my heart aches. The poet feels a painful sensation because he listens to the nightingale's song. Fourth question, theme of the poem, conflict between temporary and permanence. Fifth question, other themes of the poem, an easy and painless death, the power of imagination, the unpleasant aspects of love. Sixth question, the phrase drowsy numbness means dullness caused by sleep. Seventh question, which of the following does not contain allusion? The murmuring haunt of flies of summer eves, through the sighed heart of Ruth when sick far home. 1 minute paced and lethal word had sunk. Eighth question, the phrase dull opiate is an example of hyperlage or transferred epithet. Ninth question, the phrase dull opiate here means drug containing opium having seductive effect and can make senses numb. 10th question, which of the following best describes an ode? A poem that directly addresses a specific object is called a ode. 11th question, and Lethe words had sunk. What is Lethe in this sentence? The river of forgetfulness of hates. 12th question, the nightingale is called light-winged dryad because the nightingale has light and delicate wings and hence can fly swiftly. 13th question, literally dryad means oak or nymph. Oak nymph. 14th question, the blushful Hippocrene. Here in this sentence, Hippocrene was the name of a fountain. 15th question, not charioted by Bacchus and his parts. The expression Bacchus and his parts suggests wine. 16th question, and happily the queen moon is on her throne. The queen moon alludes to Diana. 17th question, singest of summer in full-throated ease. The phrase full-throated ease means wholehearted, spontaneous and unreserved effort. 18th question, oh for a draught of vintage. Here the phrase drought means gulp. 19th question, here the word vintage in the poem means wine made from grapes. 20th question, she stood in tears amid the alien corn. The alien corn refers to Jerusalem. 21st question, beauty cannot keep her lustrous eyes. Figure of speech used here is synecdoche. 22nd question, testing of Flora. Who is Flora here? Roman goddess of flower. 23rd question, the hath been cooled a long age on the deep dwelled earth. Underground cellar. 24th question, dance and provincial song and sunburnt mouth. What is meant by provincial song? The songs of province of southern France. 25th question, called himself names in many a mused rhyme. Here him refers to death. 26th question, here the weariness, the fever and the feet suggest worldly anguish, anxiety or agitation and heart-rending misery. 27th question, the blushful Hippocrene. Hippocrene is found in Roman mythology. 28th question, and purple stained mouth. The quote phrase means mouth stained with reddish blue of the setting sun. 29th question, and leaden-eyed despair. This phrase indicates a feeling of complete hopelessness. 30th question, where beauty cannot keep her lustrous eyes, or new love pine at them beyond tomorrow. Here the idea highlighted by the poet is the transience of human beauty and love. 31st question, the poet John Keats wanted to fly with a nightingale depending on the viewless wings of poesy. 32nd question, And happy the queen moon is on her throne. Here the word happy means perhaps. 33rd question. To the high requiem become sad. What does the word requiem means? Song of prayer. And what does the word so refer to? A grave. 34th question. Bacchus is a Roman god of wine. 35th question. Where youth grows pale and spectra thin. Here, spectra thin is an example of metaphor. 36th question. Where beauty cannot keep its lustrous eyes is an instance of personification. 37th question. The phrase the viewless wings of poesy is an instance of periphrasis or circumlocution. 38th question. But here there is no light. Here in the sentence refers to the world. 39th question. One of the philosophy of Keats that life is a comedy to those who think is illustrated in the third stanza. 40th question. One of the philosophy of Keats that life is a comedy to those who think is illustrated in the third stanza. 41st question. Fade far away, dissolve. This line implies the poet wants to regain his self-consciousness. 42nd question. New love pine at them. The word pine means to lament. 42nd question. The phrase embalmed darkness is an instance of hyperlage or transferred epithet. 43rd question. And Midmay's eldest child. Here the eldest child of the Midmay means the musk rose. 44th question. Called him soft names in many a mused rhymes. Who did the speaker call in his mused rhyme? Death. 45th question. Perhaps the self-same long song that found a path through the sad heart of Ruth. The story of Ruth is found in Bible. 46th question. John Keats heard the bird's voice at his friend's house, Charles Brown, in Stampede. 47th question. Virtuous gloom is an instance of transferred epithet. 48th question. Through virtuous gloom and winding mossy way. Virtuous gloom means darkness caused by the thickly shaded grove whose color is green. 49th question. Here the phrase pouring forth means singing in the fullness of joy. 50th question. The word Lithit words refers to oblivion. 51st question. Number of odes Keats wrote. 6. 52nd question. Here the phrase soft incense refers to sweet smelling flowers. The expression I have ears in vain means with his death the poet's ears will lose the ability to hear. And this is for this video, friends. And this is the part 1 and the part 2 will be uploaded soon. Stay tuned for the next video. Please subscribe, share and comment. Do support my channel. Thank you.